I'm here first this morning. This afternoon. Emma is, I assume, in the car from the text message she sent me. So gonna be a couple minutes late. All good. She'll be here in a minute. I was gonna potentially do a little bit of editing, but I also have marketing gossip. So maybe that. Just checking my diary, making sure I don't have anything in there I'm not supposed to call. Cool. Gonna pop onto TikTok. There we are. Very, very good. And I'm also going to pull up the article. How do I even find it? Maybe on LinkedIn, actually. That could be a better way to do it. No, not on there. I was looking at the news around basically broadcasters want algorithm boost. Is that gonna SEO? Yeah, that's the one. Cool. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. So, yes? That was a very dramatic entrance. This is the article I was looking at. Cool. We're gonna wait till Emma gets here so that we can discuss the juicy. Oh, I hear her. Hi, girl.
I'm here.
How
Hello.
you doing?
Hello.
I have prepared some marketing gossip.
Are you on Have you got the TikTok comments up?
Yeah.
What's the goss?
The goss is basically British traditional media is trying to lobby social media platforms for a blanket algorithm boost so that their content comes above other creators. And obviously the whole of YouTube / creators is kicking off because they're like, well, how about you just make better content and then
Yeah,
that will work instead of trying to like game your way.
also, like I was listening to James May, don't you? He was like one of the presenters of Top Gear, and he now has a show on YouTube, and he was saying that like, because everyone's like, oh, are you not worried about like having a show on YouTube? And he was like, no, it's great because it completely democratizes like traditional media and like traditional like the way that, you know what I mean? Like anyone could, in theory, anyone can go on YouTube and become a star.
Yeah.
Which is not the same for like traditional media and television and film and those things. So yeah. I like this gossip, but also, so what's your? I mean, obviously, I think that's bollocks.
Yeah. So the way I found out about this is the problem. I found out about this because one of the people that created Diary of a CEO was one of the faces of this, and I'm like, that is the worst person to put on there because Diary of a CEO is a misinformation,
Yeah.
which is obviously exactly what the broadcasters are going to say, which is that we're going to report on accurate data. So
Yeah.
like at first I was like, oh God, I hope like you're not the only person talking about this because like it's terrible.
Mm.
But yeah, I think on the one hand, fake news is such a bad issue that this could be a way of solving it. But on the other hand, just blanket visibility is just making money for the broadcaster. So, like, can't
Yeah.
you just make good content to begin with? You have all the power, all the production, all the like tools in the world to do this. Why don't you just do it better?
But also, just because they're like mainstream media doesn't mean what they present is not fake news. They just
Yeah, yeah,
present
obviously.
they present like a usually, like, and the BBC can get stuffed if they want to say that they're not political
Oh,
because
yeah,
they
of
are.
course.
But like, like they all
How can you not be
portray
political when you live off of the government?
when you live
Um,
off taxpayer money. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like you can't say that traditional media is not riddled with bias because
No,
it
no,
is,
no.
which means that there are elements of it that are not
Yeah,
accurate. It's not an
yeah.
accurate portrayal of the news just because it comes from
And
a
also,
mainstream
yeah,
outlet.
I also assume by default it means that individual creators will be now losing out on money because
Yeah.
what could have been their piece of content is now a big broadcaster's piece of content. So yeah, I think be better is the
Yeah.
and you know what, I'm so for like tackling misinformation, and I think there is a different way to do that. It's not by blanket boosting
No,
traditional
I think
media, it's by actually seeking out and taking down misinformation on the platforms. Which, yeah,
absolutely. And also, there's obviously like a lot of stuff at the moment around like press reform and media
yeah,
reform anyway.
yeah,
Like that is so it's like it's in one hand, I'm like, you guys can't seriously be asking for this if you
yeah,
also like have people fighting you over like the
yeah,
way that you conduct yourselves. You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like you need to reform the way that you
Ministers
do this shit.
ministers want them to help them survive in a world which audiences are ditching traditional TV for digital platforms. Why do they need help?
You need to get with the times. You have to
Get with
move
the
your shit
times and
onto
fucking
YouTube.
make better content on YouTube. And also, like, I'm reading this, but most of it is gated. You can't just read The Guardian for free. So like, it's one or the other, babes.
You can read the articles for free on the Guardian.
Only if you sign in.
Oh, you do have to sign.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I don't think I have on my phone. But anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
Doesn't
Like
matter.
most of them, like loads of them are gated, right? Or you can only read a couple, and then it becomes gated, and it's just
Yes.
like, guys, like if people in their bedrooms can make better content than you, then something's going on here. It sounds like a
Yeah.
skill problem, not a skill and appetite problem, not a the algorithm's fucking with us. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think
Get get with the
it's
times,
a shitty
guys.
solution for a legit problem, but it's a shitty solution.
Yeah, that's not the solution. I mean, so what? So the UK government are saying they're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also the other side of things, which is like loads of people like, oh, okay, cool, we're cracking down on media freedom, then are we?
Yeah, of course.
Because if you're
Yeah.
pushing certain publications, that means that you're silencing others.
Well, of course. And it's like, yeah, because it's and yeah, I mean, it just goes back to that whole thing. That's why people are pushing for the whole like media reform stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know too much about that, so we can maybe have a little look at it. But
Yeah.
I know that, good old Talisa is part of the campaign.
As in,
Do you know who I mean?
N-Dubs.
N-Dubs. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So she's part of the campaign about the media reform stuff. So maybe we can have a little look at it. We can do some learning. But I've seen her talking. I've seen clips of her talking about it. So press reform. So I'd be interested to see what that's about.
I did media reform. Maybe that's the wrong. Press reform Tulisa. I don't know how if it's double L or no doubles.
Fix the press campaign. That's the one.
Hacked off to demand a truly independent UK press regulator. Yeah. Tulisa is calling for government to enact the Leveson recommendations to replace self-regulated bodies like the IPSO with an independent authority. The singer was targeted by deceptive tabloids saying orchestrated by the Sun on Sundays fake shake, which led to a collapsed drugs trial and severe personal and professional damage. Yeah. I mean, yeah, UK press is not as bad as the US press, but
oh well, I mean, you only have to just
terrible.
look at what's gone on with Jason Arde to see that the press need a fucking kick up the arse. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, how many people are we going to push into that situation
Yeah.
before we actually
Also, much
deal
like
with them?
if the press accuses someone of something, that is as bad as them being guilty of it. You know what I mean? Like even if they're not, because that is what people are going to remember.
Yeah, and you only have to look at like historically then how the press and social media ends up working together to like basically push the narrative and the verdict or whatever. Like literally the verdict in trials one way or the other. I mean, you only have to look at the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp stuff to know that basically the press leaked enough out so that the social media stuff that was around that just basically pushed the verdict.
Yeah.
Because once the court of public opinion kicks in, we're all doomed. But anyway, yeah, so fix the press. That's the thing, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so sod off.
That there isn't an independent body, but also it's not because we have the BBC, which again is problematic.
But then you just get into this thing in this country where, sorry to go on like a slight political tangent, but like even with even with what is meant to be like independent bodies, like you only have to look at what's happened with the water companies and the Environment Agency to know that the Environment Agency is supposed to be an independent body, to know that they are not independent whatsoever.
Yeah.
So like we really stuff this shit up in this country.
Like I look at corruption on 3 levels. I look at like open so there's like Eastern European corruption, which is that we all know it's happening and you do it on a very small and large scale and we all know it, but we don't talk about it and we pretend like it doesn't happen. Then there is British corruption, which is like usually on a big scale. It's not small corruption.
No, yeah.
But we absolutely don't talk about it because it's about who knows who. And it doesn't exist, basically. We pretend as if we don't have corruption in this country. And then there's American corruption, which is just called lobbying, which is fully open.
Oh, yeah.
And paid for. It's just we call it a different name, but like it's corruption and we know it happens and we know how to manipulate it. So like, yeah, we in the UK we try to like pretend that we don't
do. Yes,
but
there's
because
definitely
the class system is corruption.
There is definitely a let's pretend that we don't have a House of Cards situation. I don't know if you've ever watched House of Cards.
No,
that's my reference. Because one of the main characters in House of Cards is a guy called Remy Malek who goes round. He represents lots of like of the I can't remember which type of company he represents, but he goes round and he's basically like forcing policy and things like that, but he literally represents like corporate interest. And like we love to pretend that doesn't happen here, but
honestly we can't get
the
House of Lords goes away.
The House of Lords, I mean,
how can you legislate for a normal person when the House of Lords exists? We can't have land tax if it exists. We can't have like major political reform if it exists. Not that that's what I want, but I'm just saying like it's not an option. You know, like
well, and that's the thing about all of this is it's so murky and everyone's so in bed with each other and the tabloids and the MPs and the Lords. Don't talk to me about the House of Lords. In another life.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, like much like the American Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, like it was meant to be changed. I feel like we had a House of Lords and a House of Commons in the same way of like, okay, this is like a in between, you know, monarchy and republicism. I don't know if that's a word. And it's like, I think we should have just got rid of it at some point, but we're just stuck with it, you know? Because what do we need a House of Lords for? Seriously. Like, What is their function outside of just?
The function is just to keep their pockets lined, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
Anyway, this has gotten very political.
Well, I mean, you can't. I'm sorry, but this is where it all. I mean, and it's like, where's the tie? Then you go, where's the tie back to marketing here?
Marketing is politics.
I mean, anyone who says it's not political is a moron.
Yeah. Also,
because
that's where marketing stems from, propaganda. So,
I mean, it's literally propaganda.
Yeah.
Most of it.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm up for president.
No.
We're gonna change the country and we're gonna have presidents.
I'm only prepared to do that if we do what I said, which is to put all the men in prison and they have to work their way out. Otherwise, I'm not interested in the position.
Maybe that's in your second residency, you know? Maybe the first one we get the votes in, and then the second one we take the rights away.
Then we go crazy.
Yeah. Then we go to town.
Oh, I've already had one of these conversations today. You know, like when you're having a conversation deep and meaningful in the car, and then my fiance is like, "What would you do to sort out equality?" And I was like, "Well, where would you like me to start?"
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, he said to me, please don't say that you're just going to put all the men in prison. I was like, no, I'll give you a sensible answer. So I give the sensible answer. I think he was a little bit like, wow, you actually had an answer. I was like, of course I do.
Yeah.
Of course I've thought about this. It's how I spent my whole life thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's corrupt by design, which is wild.
Yeah. This whole country actually is just designed to be completely inequitable.
Because we still have land ownership.
Yeah.
You can't
bring back the feudal system, I say.
No, we have a feudal system.
What's the one? What's the other one? Where we did actually split up the land.
Oh, I don't know.
We did
clan
we tried something at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it worked very well, but
when did the UK
basically I think this might be before.
No, they're talking. Okay, this is talking about geographically.
Okay, no.
Did the UK have something before feudalism?
Bring back the Vikings.
They had independent chieftains, basically, and then you did own the land, I guess, that you lived on, or whatever it was.
There definitely was a point in history where, in certain areas anyway, this is a long time ago, that people did actually have the idea, at least, was that everybody had the same portion of land, like size-wise. You were given
a chunk.
But then I think, I don't know if
communism.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was before communism was a concept, so
yeah. Well, yeah.
Not sure it works out.
Let's not let traditional media have more algorithm power. Thanks. Bye.
I just don't think that anyone should be able to buy that, which is also problematic because essentially you can, because it's like it's also like you can complain about that, but like you need to spend more money on ads and shit then, guys.
Yeah, there's a way.
Be better at your own marketing, you losers. You got to pay to play like the rest of us.
Yep. Also, it's weird because it's only it would be for the UK, so Google would have to change the algorithm and have a UK. I'm sure they do anyway.
I think they do. What they
must specific plus algorithm,
yeah.
I'm not into that.
Yeah, and also how the hell do you actually choose which, because some of these news outlets are really not okay.
Exactly, which is then just making the problem worse.
So we're gonna promote extremist news outlets as well as the mainstream ones. Is that what we're saying?
Yep, we've got to be good enough to be in the fight, right? To get to get it. So maybe it'll just be the big ones. Who knows?
Yeah, if you're struggling to catch people's attention, it's probably that what you're producing is shit. So, yeah, as you've said, just up your game, guys.
Yep.
I can't remember, but I did see something harrowing the other day, which was to do with people's attention spans going down even more. And I was like,
When do we get, like, at what point is there just no attention span?
Like, well, ours as a millennials used to be 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it's gone down to like 30 seconds. Or something mental. Like ours has actually like decreased. And I'm ashamed, which I'm glad, I have to say, that's why I'm glad that so many millennials have started reading.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, okay, I feel like our attention span is going to creep back up again. Guys, we put screens down.
Yeah. Hey, Mara. I've got attention span for things that interest me. You know?
Yes.
I don't have attention span for the boring shit.
No.
So.
I regularly worry that I have no attention span for things that I'm supposed to care about.
That's different than
yes.
It's fun or not fun, yeah.
Yes. The motivation is, am I supposed to care about this? But I don't. I can't make myself. Oh, God.
Mara says, I think it's more FOMO for us. We don't want to miss anything, so we're trying to consume everything as quickly as possible.
Oh, definitely. Well, you know, also is it the UK? Is it the UK that are trying? Which country is it that are trying to take the social media companies to court over the never-ending scroll? To do with it might be it's either the EU or it's here over the doom scroll. Basically, on the premise that it gets children addicted to social.
Yeah, it's EU. Well, they're actually like it's particularly bad amongst teens and obviously children. But I think they're fighting for it to be just not a thing in general.
It shouldn't, should it?
No. Although some platforms like TikTok literally don't work without it, if you know what I mean. Because like you can't finish consuming your friend's content, like then you just go off the platform, right?
Well, but if you think about it, like Instagram, etc., used to exist before it.
Yeah, of course.
We didn't always have it.
Yeah.
Didn't always.
Yeah, I remember when
there was a point where it's like, oh, I've looked at all my friends' updates and now I've left the platform and I go do something else. Like that's actually fine.
Yeah.
Or like if I want to find a famous person or I want to look at someone, I have to actually seek them out and go and find them rather than just
popping up.
Never-ending consumption, which I do you know what, there are now going to be industries that will suffer if that is what ends up happening, because you know, like so much industry is built on the ability for people to just randomly find you. But I'm going to go back to something that I recorded on TikTok myself this morning, which was the whole conversation about like websites, but you could apply this to everything, which is your content is, you can only really create content and marketing in general for two purposes. The first purpose is to capture demand that already exists, or you are going after new stuff, brand new, no one's ever heard of you. No one knows that they need your thing. Those are two different types of marketing. They are not the same.
No.
You probably can't do both very well.
Unless you have a big enough team and money. But yeah.
Unless you've got a shit ton of money.
Who does have that? Nobody.
So it doesn't really make, if I go back to that, I don't think it makes the taking away the doom scroll and some other things, like, I don't think that causes people a problem necessarily. We just have to change the way we do things, which we've always done.
Yeah.
And we continue to do so.
Yeah.
It's interesting that we live in an era of so much like digital backlash, but I'm kind of glad because I think it kind of went a bit too rogue.
Yeah, I'm almost impressed how much is happening at once. Which is, it's good. Yeah.
I would like to see a bit of control over some of it again.
Yeah.
Because there was one point where I would have said maybe like 6-7 years ago, we could have done some real nasty, evil shit with our marketing.
Yep. And we didn't, because we're reasonable people.
Just to say that we didn't do that.
No.
But a lot of people did, and they made a lot of money.
Yeah. I remember the first time somebody showed me like what you can filter on Facebook ads, I was like, that is wild. And that is when I deleted Facebook for the first time, like 7 years ago. Probably more than that.
Yeah.
No, it's more than that because I was at PatSnap. So yeah, I was just like, oh, this is wild. And I know it's not like that anymore, but
yeah, but then it was really bad. Yeah. It was yeah.
To be like, lives in this postcode, has a child, but is a single mother of income X, and you're like, why do you have so much information, Facebook? That's shocking.
Yeah, really not okay. I'm glad to see. Look, we've already moved past that era.
Yeah,
so
we have.
We can move past the infinite scrum.
It did take like a political meltdown to get there because of Cambridge Analytica. So, and I don't think Trump's very worried about rigging results. So, so yeah.
Oh God, this has been a bit of a.
Doomsdayers.
Doomsdayers are back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you? I think this is why, like, when I think about future marketing. Actually, I was thinking about this yesterday because I was doing a little marketing-y plan for Matthew, which needs your once over, my friend.
Yeah.
At some point, but basically, when I was thinking about that marketing plan, I was literally like thinking about a website in a completely different, like digital in a completely different way. I was like, the digital side should just become literally can I look at their website and see if I trust these people?
Okay.
Like, that's the test now. I want to go to the website and see if I can trust them. I am not, especially, I mean, specifically for that business, is it's high, like, ACV. But like, I'm like, this website, I don't know if this needs to convert anyone necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, on the website.
I agree, actually. Yeah.
For that business, again, for that business particular. Yeah. For that particular company. But I am thinking about digital more and more in that way, in a way that I didn't used to, because I was like, oh, people want the information, they want to see. And I'm like, no, I don't think they do now. I think they already know what you do. And if your name hasn't come up, you're doing something really wrong.
I guess with Matthew, though, it is technically a new category.
It is, but I guess that's where the trust thing becomes even more important.
Yeah, but you've got to have something to like educate them on. Categories, obviously.
Undoubtedly, there will be that too. But I think the core principle of it is the trust thing.
Yeah, just get Matthew's face on there, it'll be all good.
Slap his face on it.
Slap his face all over it, and
great.
Free trust.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, to marketing, so that's one thing for you to have a little snifter at when you get a minute. Which I know is like asking for.
Oh, it's fine.
Unicorn blood or something. I was trying to think of something that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Harry Potter reference.
Yeah, you're welcome. And the other thing is, obviously we've got a podcast. I managed to actually upload it, so that was impressive.
To Roadside?
Yeah, I sent you an email link thingy with it on, but I was like last night, I don't know what time I sent you the email, but I was like, it's like, come on,
get on it.
It's big old file.
It's always the like first file and then it's fine, but yeah, it can be real painful.
Yeah,
real painful.
I wonder how much, if you calculated like how much of your marketing life you spent uploading and downloading shit, how much that would equate to, because it's quite a lot.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Why aren't people working to fix things like Wi-Fi speed?
They are. Just not where you live.
Can you just do it better? Look at this. Look at what's going on behind me. Treachery. Oh, babies.
Oh, babies. Is it because they're annoyed about the third?
Oh, no, she's not here.
Oh, she's not here. Okay.
It's another story for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Shall we wrap up and then tomorrow we can edit?
Well, tomorrow Karen is here and we have some websites to review.
And we have websites to review. Okay. Do you want me to do it on Thursday? That seems a bit...
Well, I think unless I was saying Friday to the lady, so if you want to do it Friday morning and get it out, then that's fine.
Oh, I can edit on Thursday then, start at least, and get through as much as I can.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Delightful.
Delightful.
I'm glad I made it back. It's nice to see your little face.
You too. Yeah, I'm driving back to Bedfordia tonight. So I'll be back on my normal background and situation
soon.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks, my love.